Hi, I'm actually going through my previous life to see where I ended. Welcome back. Sorry, so just bear with me. Okay, why isn't that one play? I'm here. Um. Oh, okay. So I was saying like my mom didn't like the ocean and shit like that, and what I had done for the guests was is that I um got balloons. We filled Marcel's car with balloons. Shit, I want to put my took on by to my now. We filled Marcel's car with balloons, and my our gift to the guest was um. My mom was taken in a very short time because it was COVID. We also didn't allow a lot of visitors. And yo guys, my oil that I made, you know, check how long my hair is. I cut my hair 2 weeks after the wedding now. Yeah. Not just enough for me to dangasa and this growth is for the length that growth was from black roots, and then this growth is from the oil that I made. So if you want oil, hair oil, my oil is a legit. Anyway, so what I had done was for those that couldn't visit and things like that due to sicknesses and everything else, I gave them I said we're gonna meet at Sunrise Circle. Nah, yeah, Sunrise Circle it is. And then shit, sorry, I just came from hospital. And then we are going to everybody gets a balloon and you get a cookie and you write a message that you never got to say to my mom. So that was basically what I did. And that was also a fucking issue. Oh my god, like literally, like me and Marcel were blowing balloons, you know, and we were getting, as colored people, we were getting cuck about, yeah, they don't feel part of this, they don't feel part of that. But when I asked you to fucking blow the balloons, it was like how long before you actually decided to fucking blow the balloons? But anyways, besides the point, let's get over that. What's happening? Why is it so loud? What is so loud? Ray! Baby, are they loud? So yeah, so looking after my mom was like, it was a real game changer for me. I always tell people I feel like I've aged 10 years since her passing, because it was like, yeah, it was legit like my video, my life. The person that you know, the social media person you know from 2020 is not the same social media person that you are currently listening to right now, for those that actually want to listen. Um, and my reasoning for that is because, yeah, my mental health took a moerse dip. I took a moerse dip. But in all honesty, when you are taking care of somebody that's mentally ill, you already have that conversations, you know, that I'm gonna die, what's gonna happen afterwards, and things like that. You have to have those conversations. So I think for my mom's death, I was already prepared, even though it still does hurt like a motherfucker. I had time, you know, I had the time with her. I didn't even scare anymore that certain people didn't want to help. I was okay with having that time. But it fucked up my mental health a little bit. And when I eventually saw my psychologist for the first time, and I always fucking praise this man, um, he said that I had taken a step back. And I know I had, because I hadn't taken care of my mental health at all. And oh shit, my husband's gonna have to go to the road and he's gonna have to use his phone. So I'm gonna have to cut this live short and probably finish when he comes back. I don't know. I look like Minnie Mouse. Let's see what he says. So clearly he doesn't need the phone. Oh, but somebody like, don't anybody want to sponsor me a phone? You want to see how my phone look? Look at my phone. This is my phone. This is how my phone currently looks. I cannot afford a new phone. I literally cannot. Baby, you're gonna need your phone now. Marcel color. Okay, maybe not. So, why did I turn this thing around? This is so stupid. So yeah, so this is where the mental health part comes in. Is that I may have skipped a couple of my psychiatry appointments, and I probably skipped a couple of psychology appointments as well. And I skipped a couple of medication. I couldn't take my sleeping medication because with my mom it was every 4 hours, so we never slept at night. Like we literally didn't sleep at night. We would like talk, and one of us would take a toes, and then we'll let the other one toes, and we play games, and then like we had like a routine, man. Do you know? And when she was sent to hospice, like legit, I still miss that routine. Like even though she drove me mad, yeah, but I still I miss that routine because with people that suffers from mental health, we most of the things that we do it comes in a routine because it's the only thing that helps us, and that routine was gone, and it was like superly gone. And then obviously I got the backflash about getting married so soon after my mom passed. Um, my brothers saying that didn't even mourn my mommy, and that hoorde en hoordai, en ek weet ook nie wat anders sê, you know how pathetic people can get. And I told you, oh, are you gonna take your phone? Are you sure? Okay. Must you be far? Must you go far? Okay. So that was like a I just got everyone. Yeah, my God, I was like having. If I recap for those that hasn't tuned in earlier, I have borderline personality disorder, panic disorder, generalized anxiety disorder, and major depressive disorder. So I take medication for all of that, and I'm on a mood stabilizer because it's borderline and bipolar 1 is quite similar. There's very, very few variants that I know of that's different that my psychologist explained. But yeah, so I went, I went, I didn't go down any spiral because I went straight into um, following her wishes, and then from there I went straight into dealing with the family drama, and from there I went straight into planning my wedding. I remember take like a week to myself, not just to mourn, just to breathe, because I wasn't breathing for 8 months. August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. I wasn't breathing for 7 months. February, 6 months. I wasn't breathing for 6 months. So everything was fast. Like it was hectic. And the part of my mental health that it took, it what hurt me about like the shit that was said about the stuff that was said is that I actually take my mental health so seriously that I, you know, actually made a point of seeing my doctors on a weekly basis, and being more detailed about what had happened and how things have been. And I go through a bit of manic things. My psychologist said I always have too much on my mind, so my mind's like always going over. But yeah, and that's the thing. And we talk about the difficulties of life and stuff like that, and people bashing you and all of those things because you have a mental illness. And then on the other hand, you get people that say they're using their mental health to justify whatever wrong they did. And I remembered that I actually have never ever done that, because a year ago, around about April, yeah, a year ago in April actually, because it was the day after my birthday, I did a video about mental health and what I experienced and what I had gone through. I actually did two. I did two of those: what I had experienced, what I had gone through with the system, and the parts that was good and stuff and things like that. And I still say that it's the people that are dealing with you. And I didn't even say that. I think actually a nurse made that comment. It was sometime when Lossa was at hospital 2 weeks ago. Fuck, I'm almost every week at hospital. So she said that, you know what, some nurses and doctors just don't want to put in the effort. And that is why some people get diagnosed with things at such a late stage. Like I have had problems with my menstrual parts for 25 years, right? And for 25 years, nobody took it seriously. Last year was the first year that any doctor took it seriously. Like to the point that when I went this morning for my psychology appointment, I wanted to make an appointment for the gynae as well. The only appointments they had was in December. Like imagine, bro, I must go through more. I told you all this pain of this thing now. Like I know a friend offer bought me one the menstrual cup, and I did apologize to her for not getting back. The menstrual cup even hurt me. Well, but wearing a tiny fucking tampon even hurt me. So the Mirena was super cack. And I had explained that, you know, I did a call before. They did say I can remove it myself, but we couldn't find it. And I really, really wanted it removed because it's just causing me more pain than anything else. So I did my x-rays. They found the Mirena, and I'll go for more tests, and then they'll hopefully remove it. And you know, through all of those things, you're still dealing with your mental health. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've been a cuck person this past few weeks. I have had the most horrible mood swings. I have treated my husband like shit. I have apologized also for it. Let me not forget that I have apologized. But I mean, it won't take away that for that time period, I really hurt him and stuff. And I hurt myself also, like seeing the things that were written about me. I hurt myself by reading it, by wanting to read it, by wanting to know what was said, and by wanting to have a response to it, and things like that. And a lot of people were like super proud that I didn't do anything. And I felt like, you know, prior to it being there, I actually said that I'm responsible for what I say, but I'm not responsible for how you react to what I said. And it's a lesson I learned through my psychologist for a very long time. And it's something I strongly believe. Like, our perception of things doesn't necessarily mean that the thing is true, that it's actually that. Like, you don't know the perception until you ask the person, like, okay, this is making me feel a certain way, can you please explain to me what you actually mean? Like, for fuck's sake, can you just not communicate? Like, really, do you not know how to communicate? Because you all fucking suck at it. Woman, you suck at it. You are the fucking worst. And you want to come say yes, you want somebody that can communicate with you and they can feel, you start talking plonk. I'm thinking cool thing. So talking a klomp kak because you know what, you don't actually do it. So, like me and my husband figured out a system on how we communicate, even though it took us like how many fights to do that. But I mean, fuck, I'm still a newlywed. But anyways, yeah. So, what the mental health part of it is that all of these things were thrown at me. You know, like I just came out of hospital. My business was booming again. My mom got sick. Nobody else was willing to do the things that she needed done. I had to step in for everything. And I had no regrets for anything that I did for my mother. I have absolutely no regrets. I'm actually even grateful that I got to spend that last few months with her. But at the same time, I am guilty of neglecting myself in that time also. Because, yes, the period changed me a lot. Um, I tell people all the time, if you're going to respond to the way you would respond to me 2 years ago, then I'm sorry, I'm not going to respond back because I'm not the same that I was 2 years ago. And that's the thing also with mental health is that we evolve, you know, we learn so much more about our disorders that we have, and we evolve in ways that people just don't want to fucking see. So ignorant in the way that you want to see the world. The world changes, bruh. It is not the same. It is changes on a constant level. The energy, the spiritual parts, the world itself fucking changes. So why is it that nobody is actually putting this in place? They're so saying it on social media. These are saying it on social media. Is that saying this is how the new millennium must be. But onkom van die boeman kan jy fokol doen nie. And that's what frustrates me. Like, I was told no, that Lord, if I look at this now, I'm actually laughing. But I shouldn't because I probably still got spies on my Facebook. Um, so anyways, I was pinned. I lost a lot of friends, which had a more effect on me. I lost quite a few friends during the time. Maybe it was my fault. I pushed them away. I didn't include it. I don't know what their reasoning is, and I respect it. If they want to tell me, they can tell me. If not, I completely respect whatever your reason is. However, don't after I apologize to you fuck up my entire life, because the actions of one, yo, it I'm literally on mood stabilizers because those actions cost me my job, cost me the work that I was doing. It cost me medic modes, which I've never gone through before. It cost me anxiety attacks. It cost my family name, my husband's name, a hashtag, and mostly my mental state was completely, I mean, for fuck's sake, I just came out of an amazing program that really helped me discover myself. And here I'm put in a position by the people I felt most safest to, they just decide to bash it. And bro, you stop being cuck to people. Stop thinking you're gonna gain anything because this person is now constantly talking about their mental health and you think it's a joke and you blah blah, whatever goes on in your freaking mind. I don't give a shit. Just don't be cuck. So this point of this video is actually a recap from, not a recap, but how things are now after the first 2 videos that I did. I still hate a certain doctor that I get at 90 year. I'm not the only one that has made complaints about him, but okay. Then I still go regularly every month for my medication. I still have my psychology appointments. I still have my psychiatry appointments. I still get advice to do certain things. I've learned that I love doing art. I've picked up. I've learned that I can be a mom. I can be a loving and strict mom. I learned that getting married the first time was so stupid, and being married to somebody that I know for so many years is, it's not the perfect love story that people think, but it's the fact that, you know, it's cute because we're trying, you know, it's, our friendship hasn't changed. We still act like fucking assholes towards each other when we're in the mood, and we still a couple, we still do all of those things. And he has helped me a lot with my mental health as well. I was really blessed in the time of my mom's I'm taking care of my mom, and I'm going to mention names. Nuns. She goes by Nuns, but her name is Narine Rampono. Like, I don't know how many times this chick saw a video of me crying in the middle of the night, or I kept up in the middle of the night because there was shit I couldn't go through, and I was frustrated, and I was, yeah, I think I owe that girl like everything, and you need that. You need that. Marcy was the same, but with Marcy it was so different because he knew me, and you know the funny thing is, at the time me and Nuns never even met. We met in January because I was trying to support the business that she had running, and I asked her to come in because she was running a driving females business. So I asked her to come and fetch me and my mom at the hospital because it was late and there was no. I couldn't carry my mom or anything like that. And then she came, and even my mom was like, she couldn't even believe that we only met that day. Like, she's like, yeah, but you sound like you're so friends for you. Like, yeah, that's how we are. But, and I'm gonna phone her after this because bitch is not replying to my messages. Tiffy. But yeah, so do not allow and it was something she mentioned to me and during the time, do not allow not historically, what generational, what the generations prior to us enforced us to believe. Um, I'm sorry, but your mental health do come first. If you can't look after your mental health, how the fuck are you gonna look after anybody else? I was blessed with 2 social workers that I could talk to at any time. I also was blessed with somebody that was going through the exact same thing. I was really, really lucky, and I could really have people that, has been there, that prayed with me, that prayed for me, that all of that, and that made it so easy. And yes, it made it easy to get married 2 months later because according to my family, my mommy already knew it was gonna happen. So yeah, so honoring of our April month also, it kind of realized it honors my mom in the same way because we got married on the 5th and my mom passed on the 5th. So yeah, that being said, like, I know there's a lot of people on here that are taking care of their parents, of someone, of or even yourself, don't do it alone. Please do not do it alone. If you can't reach out to your family, there are many, many other amazing people that you can reach out to, and it is so important to put your mental health. I don't think I realized how badly it was important when I was off my medication for that month. Like, I'm sorry, but if I do not, and I can feel the same way with the mood stabilizers that are doing the same. But I'm sorry if I cannot be on my uh, my mood stabilizer and my antidepressant. I think it's antipsychotic. I don't know. Then I will not be where I am today. I will not work hard to get my business back out there despite what has happened. Um, I have gained an amazing family, like the most irritable, cutest 5-year old that works so on my nerves, and the most handsome 41-year-old that just drives me insane half of the time. But I suppose that's their jobs. And yeah, they have been my crash, and it's been good. So recognize when you're going down. I'm high right now. Recognize when you're going down. Recognize your patterns. Write down your patterns. I'd offered something actually that I use in my school programs when I was still doing that. I For people that struggle with the emotions and with writing, I've actually got a very good start for you. I've got two, but I've only got the one on hand. The other one I'm gonna have to search for. So if you would like it, you can email me, and I'm pretty sure my email is on my WhatsApp. I mean, on my Facebook. If it's not, my business number will be somewhere under my business account, business pages, and you can send me a WhatsApp, and I can send it to you via that. So yeah, that's me. That's the end. I want to go sleep. I want to have some family time and bath because we're getting load shedding, and load shedding some push. Nobody tuned in, but thank you for those that did.